From efficient ways in storing frozen meat to amazing insulation methods, here are 10 amazing cooler hacks you're gonna want to keep in mind. Be sure to watch the video to the end, for we have an amazing lighting tip for you. Let's get started. The first tip is that instead of using bags of ice, you can freeze some water bottles of 1 liter or gallon size. This way, you have solid blocks of ice that will keep your cooler cold for a longer time and won't make your cooler wet with melted water. And when they finally thaw, you can drink them. Next tip is another way to make your cooler more insulated: to use some double reflective insulation. You can buy a roll of this material and cut it to fit the inside of your cooler lid, which is usually the part that loses the most cold air. You can stick it to the lid with some strong tape like duct tape or Gorilla Tape. This will make your cooler lid much more insulated. You can also use this material to cover the bottom and sides of your cooler, or even make a box out of it and put it over your cooler to reflect the sun and keep it cooler. You can also use some spray foam insulation to fill up the space in your cooler lid. Just make sure you get the type that is for windows and doors. The regular type can expand too much and make your lid bend and not close properly. You want to start by taking off the screws from the back of your cooler so you can remove the lid and work on it more easily. Additionally, make sure you have a drill bit wide enough to accommodate the spray nozzle of the can in the holes that you drilled. Afterward, cover the entire lid with vegetable oil, which can be the spray-on type like Pam or any cooking spray. Be thorough in applying a generous, even coating all over the lid, paying extra attention to the areas around the holes where you'll inject the foam. While this step isn't obligatory, it will significantly simplify the cleanup process later. Before you begin handling the foam, remember to wear gloves and consider wearing safety glasses to safeguard your skin and eyes from any contact. Once you've prepared, it is time to apply the foam. Ensure even distribution by injecting it through various drill holes and filling the lid as much as possible. You'll notice the lid is filling when foam starts emerging from all the holes simultaneously. After several hours, the foam will fully expand and dry. Technically, it may take up to 8 hours for the substance to completely dry, but you can start working on it after a few hours. Cleaning the lid thoroughly will require some effort, but the vegetable oil you applied earlier will prove particularly helpful at this stage. After you've finished clearing the lid, the next step is to use epoxy to seal up all the holes made by drilling. This is necessary to ensure that your lid is both waterproof and airtight. Once all the drill holes have been properly filled and the epoxy is dried, you can reattach the lid. Remember to tighten the screws manually to avoid damaging them, as using a power drill might cause them to get stripped. Once you've got your lid back on, that's it. You're good to go. Tip number 3 involves incorporating a little storage container inside your cooler. This will safeguard specific items, ensuring they remain dry and easily locatable. Tip number 4 is a 2-for-1 deal, as there are 2 approaches to packing your eggs. If you wish to prevent your eggs from breaking but don't require an entire carton, cut the number you need and put them in your protective storage bin. Alternatively, if you prefer scrambled eggs, mix them beforehand and pour them into a water bottle. This simplifies transportation and results in a hassle-free breakfast at your destination. For tip number 5, preparing by freezing your meat in advance is highly beneficial. Not only does it maintain the meat's temperature for an extended period, but it also acts like additional ice in your cooler, aiding in the preservation of other items' coldness. Tip number 6. Initiate the cooling process for your cooler a day or 2 prior to your journey. This way, when you're all set to depart, your fresh ice and cooler won't need to exert as much effort to maintain everything at the desired cold temperature. Tip number 7. Get a refrigerator thermometer and put it inside your cooler. This will remove the need for estimation and provide a more accurate picture of the temperature inside. Tip number 8. Fasten a bottle opener to a cooler handle using a zip tie. This will make it effortless to open a chilled bottle of beer, saving you from the hassle. Tip number 9. A quick access pouch. Utilize Velcro command strips to affix a bag to the inner side of your cooler's lid. This is a convenient place to store items such as utensils, napkins, or straws. Since it's detachable, you can easily carry it to the table. And lastly, tip number 10. Illuminate the interior. Secure an LED light to the inside of your cooler using Velcro command strips. This is far more convenient than rummaging through your cooler in the dark. You can even opt for one with a motion sensor, ensuring it automatically activates when you open the cooler. It's a fantastic feature to have. So, which of these cooler tips are you doing very soon? Share your camping experiences and personal tips with us in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content you see here. Until next time, happy trails!